you're gonna have to just gonna have to go through it. The farther you are down that path of comfort, the more difficult it is to make that left turn and get on the right path.
Yeah, you used a great word there, comfort, and I actually saw a little Nipsey Hussle clip before coming in here. You know, like the path less traveled is supposed to feel uncomfortable. It's supposed to be a bit of a burden, and I think you have to embrace those things.
Another anonymous one. This one's good, man. I think you'll really appreciate this one.
Okay.
Subject is, should I take a pay cut for a better job and quit my very toxic one? Another toxic question. I hate my job. It's disgustingly toxic, and I'm real tired of my damn boss and everyone in there. I literally got diagnosed with depression within 5 months of taking it, and I had to find a therapist. I've decided my mental health is more important than a paycheck. I don't sleep. I get sick easier. Now I'm just tired of being there. I'm not happy. I know if I'd leave, I'd take a pay cut for now since I was getting paid more because I negotiated a pretty hard since I knew it was a lot but didn't think it was this bad. Okay. I think she negotiated for a higher salary knowing it was a tough workplace.
Yeah.
I've been working from home since March. Double the work, double the micromanaging. Yesterday, my boss told me effectively today to come back into work, into the office, since she feels it'll be better for me. No, it will not be. My best friend told me to apply to her job, saying I'll love it. Should I do that and just put my 2 weeks in? It'll be a pay cut by $5 an hour.
Yes.
So her friend said that you can apply for whatever position that her friend's doing, I guess, to leave.
Yeah, I mean, we discussed this a lot on episodes with guests, episodes without. Like, you know, mental health is one of the most important things of an individual's being. And, I mean, you could make that $5 an hour up. Either maybe you start a side hustle or a hobby, or you could work your way up in the new position. Like, you can get that money back in time. I mean, yeah, I get it. It's, you know, maybe you got to get rid of Hulu for a few months. Maybe, but you know, that's okay. That's okay. I definitely think it's worth it to take the pay cut because, like I said, mental health is so important, happiness is important, and ultimately, if this is your career and something that you love to do, then it shouldn't be impacted negatively by your environment. You should have a good team around you. You should have people that you can reach out to for help and not feel micromanaged. You should be able to, you know, create kind of the reality you want with it.
Yeah, right on, man. I fully support that. When you're talking a difference of $5 an hour, I know, like you said, that sucks, but at the same time, you're not going to miss that. And if you're really working with a therapist now because of this job, what's that costing you?
True.
Just your general mental health and ability to enjoy life. You can't sell that away for $5 more an hour. That's not even a Subway sandwich.
Yeah. And I mean, also to start off, you know, your friend is getting you or helping you get this other job. You're already starting off working with someone that you're tight with. Someone that's willing to reach out and pick you up when you're down. You know, that's a good place to be.
I guess what for me, I listen, that was another anonymous one. Probably doesn't want her employer knowing that fucking hate
job
my
sucks.
Damn job.
Yeah, she said my damn boss.
I know. So she was flustered. But I think it's, move on. Do something else. It's not worth it. For your mental health, just your stability, $5, you'll never think of it again. But Troy, what I was going to ask you to piggyback on that question was, for somebody that's stuck in that position, I know you and I are blessed to talk with so many people that made that jump, that whether it be Zach Rutter, Nate Pants, all the people that were in a 9-to-5 or living a traditional life that found what they were doing. What are your thoughts on those folks that are out there right now struggling, upset, just like this girl, but don't know what they want to do next?
I'm going to take a quick page from Gary Vee and mix it with my own thoughts. The Gary Vee portion is like, especially if you're younger, and by younger I mean in like your late teens to early 20s, just try shit. Like, outside of doing social media and this podcast, I'm a musician, and like a lot of my friends back home are musicians, and I never knew that I could do that, but I just tried it, and now it's like I've gone on tour, I've done all this. So, like, you got to try things to know what you want. If all you've ever done in life is go to school, play soccer for your school's team, and then come home and do homework and eat dinner, well, like, you don't have much experience to base your likes and dislikes on. So I think you got to try things. And I also think knowing what you want to do besides experience comes with like a lot of inner work, like self-reflection and stuff, because part of figuring out what you want to do also comes back to something we talk about a lot, your why. So like we can use an example of someone like Sydney, the owner of Niplids. She loves fashion and clothing, but her why is because her grandmother or godmother had breast cancer, and so 20% of her proceeds goes towards breast cancer foundations. Her entire clothing line is based off of that. So I think it's important to know yourself as well. And even like if you are a person that has been fortunate enough to experience a significant amount of things, if you scan back in your memory banks, you might remember that, wow, from 5th grade through high school, I wakeboarded every single day and I was amazing at it and I won awards. But, then I got my 9 to 5 and I don't even live near a beach. I just picked a random thing, but like you can figure things out like that.
Yeah, and it all starts with being able to step outside of that comfort zone, of that nice routine. Everybody loves that, but that's not where the gold is. I just think more and more as people pass through here, being in our 7th year of business and just talking to people before and after their floats, and hosting guests here for our podcast, it's always amazing to me the people that know that they are not on the right path and that stick with the path that they're on. And I know we've had conversations before, whether they're on or off camera, of how as you age, that window of opportunity closes. And when you get things like children, a mortgage, that window slowly closes more and more, and you're almost in that trap. When that window closes, you're in the trap. You're in the game of, now I have to go to work 9 to 5. I can't take time off to practice piano, to practice my drawing. So in that early stage, I think it's so important to try as many different things and make them available. And if people don't want to do it with you, do it by yourself. I hear the big thing of like people that are afraid to go out to restaurants and eat by themselves or go to the movies by yourselves.
I will never be afraid to eat in a restaurant by myself. And I don't know how you could. I
saw you light up.
I'm sorry. Food is delicious, people. Eat as much of it as you can before you die.
Yeah. But like I said, man, super important to just kind of take your own temperature and realize, like, are you happy? Are you not? What can I do? Small steps to move on out of the path that you're on and onto the right one. And you're gonna have to go through it. The farther you are down that path of comfort, the more difficult it is to make that left turn and get on the right path.
Yeah, you used a great word there, comfort. And I actually saw a little Nipsey Hussle clip before coming in here. Like the path less traveled is supposed to feel uncomfortable. It's supposed to be a bit of a burden. And I think you have to embrace those things. I'm sure when you started this business, I can definitely say when I started mine, I had times where I had a lot less money for basic necessities like food and stuff. There were times where there were months that you're like, fuck, I just got like rent money, but those are kind of some of the best times too.
Well, it weeds people out. It weeds people out. You know who's going to pass through that keyhole and who's not. Who's okay with eating Pop-Tarts for dinner and who's not. Who wants a new shiny car and who doesn't. Who wants the new clothes and who's willing to sacrifice the now for what you can achieve later.
Yep.
I think it weeds a lot of people out. I hear a lot of stories from entrepreneurs that share things that are moments of humility. Where this month, of course I made rent, but got to eat too. Got the light bills coming. I think that will stop 90% of people through to getting their self-actualization, getting where they want to go, because it's goddamn uncomfortable and it's scary. And all you have to do is go get a 9 to 5. Just forget about it. Just get a 9 to 5. All your bills will be covered. And so if you're out there struggling, know that we love you, and we can absolutely empathize with that feeling of feeling stuck in a position. But you can do it. If you're hearing our voices, you can do it. So while that opportunity, the window may be closing, it's not closed yet. So keep working and just chase it.
Well said.
I wanna relax, put my mind at ease. Good friends and good vibes, now that's all I need. When life hurts, come down and float in levity. Let your problems wash away into serenity. Whoa.